Hi, everybody. Extreme Recap is here. Additionally, we'll be discussing the romantic science fiction film Cyborg today. Prepare yourself for some rewards. It is the year 2008. Jero, a young man, is sad as he looks at a gift shop because he has always celebrated his birthday alone. He goes to buy a present for himself and starts thinking about the brief moment he felt happy on his last birthday because of a miracle that happened right inside the small 1 year ago. As he walks through the shopping center, Guru begins to notice a beautiful girl dressed in a very strange costume and smiling at him. Duro watches in shock as the girl steals from the store and quickly changes into her new clothes without the storekeepers noticing. She moves toward the man, but she doesn't say anything to Gerald. Instead, she just looks at him as if she has known him for a long time. Even as they leave the mall, the woman continues to follow the man. In addition, Gerald crashes into a pole, proving that he is a sim, as he becomes so distracted by the girl's assets. He takes the mini girlfriend he bought for himself to a restaurant to celebrate his birthday. However, the life-size model showed up quickly and showed up at the party without being invited. The girl orders nearly every item on the menu, as Jewel begins to experience great pain. Things get even weirder when he realizes that his wallet is getting lighter by the minute. All things considered, the food has shown up and the lady starts eating the dishes like she was from another planet. As Gerald considers the number of establishments he must wash to pay off the bill, when the man sees the check, he almost has a heart attack, but the girl assures him that she will take care of it. And the man outside waiting for him, nonetheless, is stunned when he sees the lady taking off from the eatery without paying. They manage to escape the restaurant manager's close pursuit, forcing the man to become a criminal, and the girl abruptly orders the man to shut his eyes and promise not to open them again until she leaves. After telling Gerald that she is actually from the future, the woman starts scurrying around the city. But when the man looks up, he wept uncontrollably out of sadness. A ball of lightning begins to form in the middle of a busy street in the present day, resulting in numerous traffic collisions. As individuals alarm in dread, the blinding energy in the long run dies down, uncovering a lady who looks the very same as Legal Hero's sweetheart from a year prior. As she wanders into a dark alley where numerous gangsters are counting the things that they have stolen, this woman, in contrast to the girlfriend who came before her, appears to be very robotic. When they see the girl coming toward them, they immediately surround her. Like creatures hunting their prey, yet rapidly understands that something is off base as they see the lady's insane eyes. The young lady takes hold of the pioneer and discards him, punching his other friend into the wall with a lot of force. The third man attempts to battle her, believing that he's Bruce Lee, yet gets taken out quickly by a solitary punch. The lady head towards the shopping center while disregarding all the traffic and removing the dress from the store by taking out the directors who attempted to stop her. Duro is celebrating his birthday at the same restaurant as last year at the same time. Additionally, the girl's appearance in front of him once more surprises. However, as the woman began singing robotically and shaking her head, he noticed something very different about her. Things get worse when the girl hits the man in the head with the birthday cake and pours champagne all over his face. A criminal fires a machine gun at the crowd before the man can recover, making individuals scramble for cover while the young lady can save gear from the shots. The shooter starts utilizing the fuels and taking steps to torch the whole spot. However, the girl hurls herself at the man in a flash and hits him with a bottle. Before throwing the men toward the windows and causing him to fall outside, she throws away the criminal's weapon and makes him drink gasoline. Everyone can be saved by the woman. What has transpired astonishes Asterio. The cigarette falls into his lap as the shooter continues to spit gasoline out of his mouth, igniting the men into ash. As the couple departs, when they get to the Jerusalem apartment, the man immediately gets to work cleaning his room. Before he can finish, he rips off the bikini poster and tries to hide his tissue papers. The girl shoots a hologram into the air after the lights are turned off, which appears to be a previous version of the protagonist. It turns out that the woman is in fact a cyborg who was created by his future partner to save him from the earlier shooting. The elderly person cautions Gerald that a horrible catastrophe is coming very soon. Additionally, it is hoped that his robot companion will one day be able to save him. The man is shocked to learn the girl's history and immediately wants to do some bedtime exercises with her. However, he only manages to fall asleep. The woman quickly realizes that Gerald's pet lizard is moving behind her. She then began to circle the animal like a predator. The following day the man soon discovers that the food is made from his beloved pet, causing him to faint, and the cyber makes the decision to prepare breakfast for the general. The robot girl decides right away to go to class with the man. She then grabs Gerald by the shoulder, realizes that he will be late, and flies off in a blindingly fast manner. The cyber is so quick that everyone seems to be moving at a snail's pace, and she manages to arrive on time with attendance gear. During lunchtime the man is awestruck by the amount of food that the sidewalk can eat with this lighter wallet. As she throws Gerald's friend away like a thieving raccoon, the girl once more gives the impression that she is immune to the flirting of other men. Gerald introduces the sidewalk to all of his friends later that day. However, as she rapidly begins to malfunction, she has difficulty pretending to be a normal girl, after having consumed just 1 cup of alcohol. Gerald, Russia said to attempt to conceal the vigorous messing up powers, however struggles with concealing what's happening as the young lady spends her head addresses from a thriller. This powers the couple to rush out immediately, abandoning every one of his companions as they experience difficulty accepting what has occurred. Gerald brings the cyber to work the following day while she steals food from a young child. However, they are unaware that a significant tragedy is about to occur. As the truck accelerates quickly toward a young boy, the driver is occupied with his phone. However, the girl's blinding speed ensures that the child is saved in time and that she returns to the restaurant as if nothing had happened during their time together. Jerome starts experiencing passionate feelings for as he starts sprucing up the young lady like a genuine sweetheart and causing the digital to turn out to be increasingly human. The man also starts acting like a real sim and trying to hurt her, but he quickly gets what he deserves when he is smacked around like a mosquito. However, he benefits from having a very powerful robot girlfriend. Gerald starts taking care of her as soon as he lets the woman sleep on his bed and uses her as a living projector while studying for exams or grabbing that dollar that is under AGM's bus. The man is unaware, however, that the girl has been extremely active at night. Gerald is able to assist the pedestrian who frequently returns with birds on her face. I'm unsure. Quickly, it becomes clear that she was actually rescuing people from disasters, such as the fire that destroyed the entire building last night and spared no one's life. While preparing lunch around early afternoon, the lady recommends to take Gerald back to his old neighborhood as the man's more established self generally lamented not getting once again to his town before he kicked the bucket. This causes the main character to weep because, when he was young, earthquakes destroyed the town, leaving nothing standing. Because she is able to travel through time with the person standing next to her, the woman assures Zero that she can bring him back. They choose to head there right away. And the man is astounded as he remembers when he sees the buildings. The man begins to recognize familiar faces as the two quickly wander into the streets where other people are celebrating the festivals. They follow the young boy to his house, where his mother is also present, and he eventually found himself when he was very young. They head toward the secret location where he stored his childhood treasure. Moreover, he is able to locate the family photo and a kind letter to himself in the future. The man is excited by the recollections that can carry back and thanks the lady with his entire existence. Due to the effects of time travel, Gerald ends up in the hospital when they return to the present day. He begins to wonder if the cyber has any real feelings for him, or if everything is just an illusion created by his own mind as he looks at the woman from a distance. Gerald sees on the news the following day, while recuperating in a hospital bed, that a criminal who is holding hostages inside a school has surrounded it. The man says he will kill the teacher and everyone in her class. However, the officers are unable to effectively combat the crime. While charging up the stairs, a woman suddenly bursts into the building and easily stops the man by throwing him out of the windows and causing him to fall to the ground. Gerald smiles and bursts into tears of joy when he realizes that his girlfriend is also a superhero after the criminal is apprehended by the police. The man starts to fall for the Cyborg, even more so when he makes the final decision to support the children, but he is disappointed that the woman did not express any feelings during their embrace. The young lady offers to attempt once more, yet Legend rejects right away, as is exceptionally wounded by the strong failure to respond his adoration. Gerald apologizes to the cyborg later that night when the woman is shut down because all he wanted was for her to say that she loves him. The man tries to make the robot jealous by dating another woman, despite the fact that he is aware that this may never happen. He only succeeded in making himself feel empty, though. Inside, things get even worse when a man starts flirting with Jewel while asking her to dance on the sidewalk in front of her. She also manages to captivate the audience by portraying the robot sisters of the main characters. And as she threw the other man to the ground like a spinning top, she quickly left out of jealousy, causing the sidewalk to follow him. The robot young lady gets up to speed to 0, at last following him towards the recreation area, where the man attempts to kiss the young lady. However, winds up getting slapped all things considered. This causes the girl to be grabbed by the sideboard, thrown into the air, and fall into the fountain. As he screams at the sidewalk and makes the accusation that she always does the opposite of what he wants, Gerald becomes enraged. They eventually arrive at the same location where he said his final goodbye. In addition, Gerald yelled at the woman to shut her eyes because he will never see her again. Gerald resumes his normal life after breaking up with his friend and the man flees in rage, leaving the girl alone. Despite what the girl said, she continues to watch over the man by giving him a pet and leaving him messages on the billboard outside his window so that he won't feel so alone. The man cannot help but feel the effects of the girl's absence, even though he begins to greatly miss her. The woman's concern for the man touches the man deeply. However, before he can proceed, a large earthquake causes everything to fall to the ground, causing the building to begin to shake. In horror, the man looks out the window. Due to the rapid collapse of each building one by one, the walls in the Jerusalem apartment begin to crack as a result of pressure, resulting in the floor breaking up completely. While the entire building is reduced to nothing but robbers, Gerald hugs the woman passionately as he apologizes for what he said earlier, but the danger is clearly not over. Fortunately, the robot girl is able to catch him in the nick of time and shield him from the falling debris, due to the total destruction of the city as a whole. As the buildings collapse on top of them, people on the streets flee for their lives, causing widespread chaos. The robot girl desperately tries to save her boyfriend by holding onto him. As she abruptly blocks all the rocks with her body, she manages to shield him from the falling debris. She throws the man away when a big car rushes toward them, as she guides Brent into the structures. Duro views at the vehicle in shock as he fears that his sweetheart is dead. The woman, on the other hand, makes it out of the crash mostly unscathed. The girl observes the man's happy embrace of her. She notices something wrong as the buildings behind them fall. The woman pushes Joe away, causing him to crash into a car, realizing that they won't have time to escape together. Before the man can express his grief for the girl, the entire structure collapses onto her body, causing the ground to begin to shake once more. A huge hole also appears, causing the man to collapse and hang desperately for his life. The sideboard girl was unharmed by the falling buildings, which surprised everyone. She uses tremendous power to push against the rocks and rips away her lower body as she slowly approaches Hero before the man falls into the abyss. She manages to grab onto the protagonist and pull him away from danger as she quickly regains consciousness and sees that her man is in trouble with no choice. But Jewel is shocked to see how badly his friend has been hurt. The man is told to run by the sidewalk, but Jewel won't let him leave her. By and by, the girl tells her friend that she finally understands what it means to love and smiles happily as a result. The girl was forced to push her boyfriend away when the ground began to shake once more. As the whole block falls onto the walkway, making Gear shout out her name hopelessly, when the seismic tremor is at long last finished. The main character starts looking everywhere for the girl, and he eventually finds the woman's hand in a pile of rubble. While weeping in the ring, Gerald is able to extract the symbol and gives the woman a hug. As the young lady is as of now not cognizant subsequent to forfeiting herself, regardless of how much the man beseeches her to awaken 61 years after the fact, Master is currently extremely old, yet is immediately uncovered that he had the option to resuscitate the cyborg. The two are now able to be together after decades of research. And also restoring her memory. Gerald smiles once more when the woman reassures him that she still loves him. In addition to the numerous prototypes, they are able to celebrate the man's birthday together, and the girl places the man's head on the cake. Very much like previously, the couple investigate the dusk while clasping hands. A female student informs one of her friends, many years after Jewel's passing, that she discovered a robot in the museum that resembles the girl. As soon as they enter the room, they see his robot girl and a statue of Zero. Also, the young lady is flabbergasted by how they can appear to be identical during the sale where they're selling every one of the walkways that were made previously. The young lady figured out how to gain the robot by outbidding every one of her rivals. She begins to experience the cyborg's memories and is moved by the vivid memories of General. Because of this, she decides to travel back in time to the time before the man meets the cyborg girl so she can live her time with the main character. The girl fell in love with Zero the moment she saw him for the first time, but she was afraid to tell the man because she would have to leave eventually. Gerald is instructed to close his eyes by the woman so that he cannot see her sadness. Additionally, the girl flees in tears while traveling once more. Back to the present, Gerald is still looking for the sidewalk, and the man eventually cradles the robot girl while he weeps. Gerald looks at the human girl in disbelief as he doesn't realize that the girl has decided to come back into his life. It turns out that she has decided to spend the rest of her life with the one and never intended to return to her time. She adores so. Tell me what you think about this movie in the comments section below. Additionally, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe to receive future videos. I'll see you all again later.